Well, hey guys. Hey Kestrel. Hey Mods. Thank you for being here. Hey Tammy. DS Kitty Diane. Hey babe. I answered your email today. I spent a lot of time answering emails today. I didn't even make a dent. Donna Cooper's here. D made it. I'm gonna scroll back down. Hey Heather. Thanks for being here, babe. That's so sweet of you, Shelly. And that too, Yadira. Hey, HC from LBC. I didn't give a lot of notice. Hey, just as I am. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate you being here. I have something hilarious that I want to show you that, hey, Liz Tricks. Hey, Aspire to Inspire. Dawn Davies, Linda Perales, Lil Jinx. That's cute. Alicia made it. Rachel Stone, Meredith Lynn. Hey, Tony's Hooter. Rachel Sandy had a tough night. Ooh. Hey, Rain had an ovarian cyst rupture. Oh my God, those are so painful, and I'm so sorry. Rachel, that's awful. Thank you for sharing it, and we'll send you good vibes and prayers and thoughts because that's awful. I've had that happen to me many times as I've gotten older, strangely enough. But thank you for sharing. Maniopany. I didn't say that right, but welcome. Thanks, Meredith Lynn. My hair is super dirty. Hey, Anne and Ashby. Joanne Holly made it. Yorkie Mom's birthday is today, everybody. Happy birthday to Pam. There's quite a few birthdays today. But I don't know if they're here. But Pam, you asked me to do one later in the afternoon. Pam went to the fair today. She had a heck of a good time, a smashing good time. And happy birthday. We love Pam. I mean it. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Hey, Suzanne Reck. Baby Lily Pad. Hey, Candace. Marie Marion. How's the Panky? I have something funny to show you. The Panky's doing, I think, better. I'm going to stop the pain medications. I'm going to try stopping it to see how I feel because I think it's time to dwindle down. But we'll see. If not, then I'll take it. I just don't want to take that medicine if I don't need to take it. Ow, I have a knot in my hair. That hurt. I don't want to take that medicine if I don't need to take it because if this is a recurring thing and I have this problem again, I want to make sure I have that medicine on hand. So I'm not taking it if I don't need it. You know what I mean? Hey, Holly Olson. Oh, it's a play on your last name. That's adorable. Hey, Yawn. Galen, I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome, babe. Hey, Wendy Ramirez. I wonder how our other Galen is doing. I haven't talked to her in a while. I need to send her a text. Catherine J, welcome in. Yours is tomorrow, Holly. Happy early birthday, babe. We love you. I love that. The dolphin tail necklace. Thanks for noticing, Rain. It's a mermaid, I think. Maybe it could be a dolphin, but it's got scales and it's kind of mermaidy. Thanks for noticing. I really like this necklace. Hey, Stacy Toms. Yeah, it's awful, Heather. That's horrible. Wendy Ramirez. Love you, babe. Robin Miners. Are you still in Canada? Rachel Stone. Late one again next Thursday for my birthday too, please. Okay, Rachel Stone. Rachel Stone's birthday is in a week. We need to do a later show for her in a week. Yeah, I'll definitely. Ooh, next Thursday I'm getting my tattoo. I'll really try, Rachel. I'll really try. I promise. Time to wean off. I mean, it is according to my body. I'm not feeling a lot of pain and I don't want to be taking pain medication unless I really, really need it. Why is my name so weird? It's me, Holly Smith. It's or Do and Be Better. I know Do and Be Better because YouTube did this and we're hoping they change it back. It's not just you, babe. Hey, Gemini girl, Victoria. Happy birthday tomorrow. Oh my God, Victoria, I didn't know your birthday was tomorrow. Victoria's was on our meetup as well, same as Pam. And Victoria's really pretty. She looks like Barbara Streisand. She's really pretty and just a doll baby, to be honest. Lisa Vining. We love you, Pam. And I hope you had a great birthday. Hey, Jamie Palmer. Hey, Puka Vista. Kiwi, I found you on time today. Reese, love you. I love you back, Kiwi. Thank you for being here. Hey, Debbie Zito. What are you doing now, Bubbo? Oh, he's like, oh, he's so friendly. And he's a great guy. Here's the problem. He's been farting all the time, and it really ruins it interrupts the flow of our day. But he's a good person. He's a great guy. And he's friendly, and you can do this with his ears. And he's your friendly neighborhood pood. And his little pood curls are starting to grow back,
And he's smiley. He's really smiley. And he's friendly.
A little bit smelly. Hey, Linda Gillum, Kim's Whims. Reese, you have questions? I doubt that I have an answer, at least not a good one. I do have some questions. We're going to get into that. Yeah, Rain, it has scales. Hey, Noreen, thank you for being here. I've missed you, babe. Welcome in. I love that. Hey, Lenora Gray. Yeah, happy birthday to the Leos. Okay, Robin is still in Canada. Kathy Burkhart, Mandy Albert is here. Funky Mama. It's good to see you, Sind. I love you, girl. Lindy, I answered your email today too.
Oh, he's so friendly. You're a good person. He's a great guy. And he listens to your stories.
Oh. Okay, that's enough. Lindy, I'm glad that you made it, girl. And who else made it? Lisa, we've missed you. I hope you had a good vacation. I answered your email today too. Teresa's here. Welcome to the Mermaid Pod. If your thighs touch, you're one step closer to being a mermaid. I've heard that, and it's a scientific fact. Actually, it was proven by scientists. Did you decide placement of the tattoo? Hey, Peggy Collins. Hey, Charcoal Ninja. Yeah, I'm just going to do what I feel is right in my heart and soul. Kind of like when you measure garlic into a recipe, you just do what you think your heart says that day. And that's what I'm going to go for. He's a good person, Stacey Toms. Lionheart, it's been a long time. Welcome in. I hope you and your husband are doing well. He did go to Harvard, Yale, and Princeton. He did. Yeah, it's a fact. He did. Hey, Michelle Asbell. Yeah, it does show up different, but I'm happy to see you. And I hope you, I already talked to you, Kiwi. Yes. And I hope you and your family are doing good, babe. My birthday was August 5th while you were off the grid. Well, happy birthday to you, Linda Perales. I'm sorry I missed it, babe. Happy birthday to you. Hey, Stella. He is quite the scholar, Lisa. Hey, Carrie Wilson. Stella, I'm happy to see you, babe. You're also a Leo. Well, happy late birthday. That's awesome. I love it. God, it's weird that it's August, though. Hey, Lumen. We sold our house and what? You moved to Canada? What? I didn't know this. I thought you were just visiting. Wow, that's crazy, Robin. Okay, I'll need to know more about that. I did not know this. We have a lot of Canadians, and I didn't know, and I'm happy about it. I think that's amazing. Lisa's going to Kentucky tomorrow. Be safe, babe. Hey, Miss Sassafras. Hey, DNV. Lori Lee, your birthday is Sunday. My son and I will be going to Oklahoma City, I'm guessing, to my daughter's house on Saturday. Spending time with my kids and grandkids is the perfect birthday. I love that for you guys. Happy early birthday to you and your son, Lori. I love that. Hey, Sophia. Happy birthday to you, Noreen. Her birthday was August 6th. Dang, we have a lot of them. Hey, Jojo. Appreciate your taking time to answer me. Love you too, Lindy. That was a really special email. I'm serious. That was a really special email. Hey, Jana Hertzberg. Okay, I caught up. Nicole Hazelmiller. Your birthday, Jamie Palmer, is the 16th. Okay, that's like right around the corner, is it not? I don't know what today is. The 14th. Okay, happy early birthday in 2 days. And to you, just as I am, happy birthday to you. Dang, you guys, a lot of August birthdays. Okay, Trixie, sounds good. Yeah, that's sweet, Stacey Toms. Lots of Leos. Hey, C. Cotter TV. So this is hilarious. Armine is in here, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Joanne Hawley. Oh, yeah, I already said hi to you, but it was intentional. I wanted to again because you made up the Panky. Speaking of Panky, so Armine is hilarious. She's always funny. She always sends me funny gifts on Amazon. So, hey, Rocks in a Box. I thought it was a mistake. This is what I opened first. Armine sent me a gallbladder. Happy birthday to Craig. Armine sent me a gallbladder. And I was like, Armine, I don't have a gallbladder. So I think you meant to send me a pancreas because her little note with it mentioned the Panky. And she was like, no, there's more. She sent me a pancreas and the tag says, sucrose, yet so far. So close, yet so far. Sucrose, yet so far. Is that the cutest thing we've ever seen? My Panky gets upset, and then I don't have a gallbladder. So they just sit with each other, and we will probably end up sleeping together. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen. She sent me. I mean, I knew somebody was going to do it. I should have guessed Armine, but I have an angry, cranky, janky Panky, and then I don't have a gallbladder, so now I have one. And leave it to Armine. She's always hilarious like this. She's so funny. Hey, Florence Southard, that is so cute. And I just think it's so cute that she sent these. And Joanne Hawley made up Panky for my Panky-titis. They're so cute, Renee B. It's too much. Hey, Barbara Aldrich, good to see you. Tell Jane hi. I am feeling better today. I think I'm going to try not taking the medication tonight. I'm going to try and just see what happens. But are these the cutest things? Where is Armine? She should be in here. This is Armine. We love you and you're hilarious. Thank you. I couldn't have probably lived without these. Pancreas and a gallbladder. I know, Rachel. It's so cute. Gobby and Panky. Oh my God. Joanne Hawley is winning this week in every way. Hey, Buffy, Gobby and Panky. You guys, Gobby and Panky. That's their names. Is that what a Panky looks like? It is, Rocks in a Box. I didn't know that until recently myself. This is what your pancreas looks like. Reese, you're going to have to build on so you can put her gifts all on shelves. I haven't shown everything she's given me. Armine gives me the most beautiful gifts, but these are hilarious. And she gave me the avocado down here and the funny taco man, because I love tacos and avocados. Where would I be in this world without you guys, honestly? Like without Gobby and Panky. This could be a TV show. Renee B says, try taking a quarter instead. That's not a bad idea. I could break the half down like that. I just don't think I'm in a lot of pain. So I wanted to give it a try. This could be a show. My sister used to watch some weird show called like Apple and Carrot or something. This could be a show. Gobby and Panky. Oh my God. It's so cute. I can't get enough of it. Wait till my mom sees these. It's so cute. Thanks, Trixie. Dark roast, it's too much. You're the best, Reese, and yours is amazing, if I say so myself. Trixie, thank you very much. Okay, Pam, you don't have to do that on your birthday. Hey, Kiki, the chat is amazing. Yes, Trixie, I agree. Pam just gifted 10 memberships on her birthday. Thank you, Pam. That was really, really nice. Not necessary, but thank you. And people love getting memberships. And I appreciate that so much, Pam, and we love you. I hope you really had a good birthday. It looks like Charcoal Ninja got one. Does anybody remember Gumby and Pokey? I do. I remember Gumby and Pokey back when I was really little, when my mom was still with me. Sarasota Blend, 13-year anniversary today. Nice to catch a live before my night. Get it, girl. I like that a lot. Happy anniversary to you. That's amazing. You should market that show. I should, because that would be a real show. Gobby and Panky. That is so cute. Like, I want to adopt 2 more animals. I'm not going to do it, but name them Gobby and Panky. Buffy, Mama said not to, but I did it anyway. Misbehaving. I wash my hands to keep away from Satan. You're welcome, Buffy. I knew it. And thanks for being a member. Puka Vista is Gumby. 8 months in this cult, Buffy. God, it feels like yesterday, does it not? I loved Gumby as well, Lisa Kelson. Gumby and Pokey, but now it's Panky and Gobby, and that is the cutest. Robin Miners, keep away from Satan. This is the cutest thing. Just remember this. They're going to sit with us, and they'll be a part of the show. Gobby and Panky. I'm glad I haven't lost my mind, and you guys think it's adorable too, because it is so cute. Okay, Stacey, Tom's fine. Take a little Jesus, put him in your pocket. Blee, 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 blee. That's cute. Guys, I have some things that I want to discuss. Put them in the pink chair. That's actually a really cute idea. I mean, the cat usually sleeps there, but I do have the door shut so they can't get in. That's a good idea. And I think we'll take that. I think we'll take you up on that, Robin. Um, I'm sorry to hear that, Dee. You're welcome, Stacy Toms. So I want to discuss what we've kind of been going into. Let's talk, Reese. Lay it on us. I love Trixie. She's always like, "Get it, girl. Get it done. Let's do it." She is ready to go. She's her eyes are peeled. She's ready to be here. She's ready to rock. Um, yeah, that was cute, Rain. That was really cute. We've been discussing the last few days. Yesterday's stream I thought was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. It didn't serve much of a purpose, but a lot of them don't. And I've come to accept that. It's like a Seinfeld episode. Even though I never watched Seinfeld, I get the gist. And people have told me, like, your show is like Seinfeld. It doesn't matter. We don't need, we don't. Oh, you know what? I love Brian Webb, and I was emailing with him today. And you know what he said? I really liked this. I actually don't want to pull it up on my phone though, because I have the questions up on my phone. So let me pull it up here. I'm not going to be able to see you guys for a minute. Brian said, I want to read this. He said, I really love your show. You say you're not a podcaster, but I feel that you are the most unique podcaster because the guests are the audience and your engagement with the audience is sort of like you are interviewing them. I love the involvement, the audience and with the audience and your show. I thought that was really cool. I never loved, thanks, Stacey Toms. I never looked at it that way. He said, there's no one like you because the audience is like having the guests on. And I thought that was really cool. Oh, Buffy, it's such a funny show. Hey, Irish Mart. I know Donna Cooper. Oh, well, thanks, Lisa Kelson. I love the shirt you have on. One of my favorites. I've never worn this one. I just cut the tags off of this. Remember, I got a few of these at H&M. I've worn a couple of them, but I haven't worn this one. So thank you, babe. I just really, really liked that. I thought that was really special. And the other email that she said, you're welcome to read the entire thing. You just finished season 1. Oh man, I haven't seen season 4. I think is the newest one, but the last season was incredible, Buffy. Who else sent me an email? I'm not looking right now, guys. I'm looking at my email, so I can't see the chat. Hold on just a second. I really liked this. I don't want to read the entire thing. I'd like to share this email with you if that's okay. And she gave me full okay to share it. Hey, Chrissy Lynn Wilson. I don't know if she's in here. It's Critters Creations. And dang, thanks, Yadira. Okay, Buffy, I am going to try to take the time later today or tomorrow to switch now to Messenger to answer Facebook Messenger questions and comments and things like that. Today I did Gmail. Tomorrow or tonight, I'll try to do some Messenger ones because I know you guys message me there and you message me on Gmail and I'm just super behind. Critters Creations isn't here yet. Okay, she gave me full okay to read this email. And again, it's kind of long. Oh, Lisa, that's okay. I'm not in a hurry for you to hook me up on your Hulu account. Don't worry about it. I tried to sign in when I was really sick and it wouldn't let me. And I don't watch much TV. So I wasn't hurt and I wasn't sad. So don't worry about it. Maybe sometime, but not a priority, babe. But thank you. You truly remind me of Theo Vaughn. He's genuine. I think I know who that is. I think I saw him in a reel. And ask questions about situations. He's very open about not knowing much, but that doesn't stop him from engaging on a topic. I love that. I'd love to talk with him. I think I know who that is. And if it is who I think it is, I really like him. He seems like a really down to earth dude. Thank you, Dark Roast. That's such a compliment. Thank you. So I'm not going to see the chat for a minute, guys. I'm going to read a little bit of this email from Critters Creations. I thought it was really powerful. That was actually my response. I said, damn, this is really powerful. Okay, let me read this. I'm going to kind of skim over it because again, I don't want to read. She did say right here, she highlighted it and underlined it in bold. You may talk about any of this on your channel with my name. I don't have any concerns about that because I'm so happy I'm recognizing, growing, and taking steps to help myself. I'm also a huge proponent of therapy. And if I could show people I'm making improvements, it might help someone else. Like you talking about the things you're working on and how that's helping me. I thought that was so beautiful. So she says, another great therapy session today. And you helped again. Listening to you discuss how your birthday never felt important growing up and lack of affection from your dad really struck me these last couple of weeks. And I saw how these things were actually small traumas. Guys, this was interesting to me. While I wasn't hit with big traumas like abuse, parents in prison, or parents on drugs, the little traumas I experienced added up to bigger traumas. As my therapist said, you could know something logically, but until your brain decides you're ready to deal with it, you won't be able to see how it truly impacts your current life. That's very meaningful to me because I've been talking about this a lot. I'm going to read that again because I kind of flubbed. As my therapist said, you could know something logically, but until your brain decides you're ready to deal with it, you won't be able to see how it truly impacts your current life. Guys, that's been my life these last couple of years. Like until it's like things have to kind of show up in front of you and be clear for you little pieces at a time, or I truly believe we'd all go insane. That's how I deal with this. I'm going to go back to the chat for a minute so I can see what you're saying. That's kind of hey Don Pariso, that's how I deal with a lot of this. Is I feel that way. Like there's so much. Oh, Pam gifted that to you, Dark Roast, for her birthday. I love it too, Trixie, and I truly believe that's correct. Hey, sorry about that. All the little gifts, I call them gifts at this point, but all the little things that trickle into my clarity here, I knew they existed before. By the way, I'm wearing Fred's wedding ring today. Didn't know if you guys noticed, but I was really happy to put that on. I should wear it more. I truly I truly feel that if everything came into clear vision in front of us at once, we would be insane. We'd probably go insane. We can't deal with everything at once. Little by little, can we deal with things? Yes, I love this. I always have loved this. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But I believe the teacher appears little by little. We can't handle it all at once. So I thought that was a really cool. Hey, Professor Kakan. Hey, Nancy Jane. I thought that was a very simple but powerful message and tool for us to be aware of. So let me go back. So after she said that about her therapist, she said, logically, I know I'm not stupid, but when I compare myself to others, to other teachers at school, I often feel less than. I totally know how she feels, what she means there. Sorry, I had a cat hair on me. She also said something that made a lot of sense that I didn't think about before, about how when those little things trigger the feelings I had when I was little, that my brain sort of regresses back to that time. My learning disability wasn't diagnosed until 10th grade, so I felt stupid for years because reading and writing were so difficult. Well, those things aren't as hard now, but I still feel like a little kid who is stupid when it comes to those things or interacting with other people at work. We all can relate to that, I believe. We can all relate to what she just said there. Yes, Shelly. Hey, Viggy Cat, I feel stupid all the time because I'm not educated and I feel less than all the time. If I'm around someone who's like, where'd you go to college? Or how many were in your graduating class? I'm like, bye. I get really embarrassed. I feel very small. It's not the person's fault. It's my little traumas stacking up, right? Who else came in? Audrey. Hey, Audrey. DNV says, Reese, especially when you've been traumatized as much as you have, is hard for a brain to accept as traumatic experience or experiences. Probably very true, DNV, and good point. So I really like what she has to say so far. Let's see what else she says. It hit me recently that all of these things have impacted how I view myself, including minimal contact with my dad as a child. Feelings of abandonment probably developed in my young heart. Struggling in school due to a learning disability had me telling myself I was stupid as stupid often as a kid. I still feel like I'm stupid, even though I know it's not true. I get that very much. Feeling like not feeling like I'm important, not good enough, not worth receiving love from a partner. My last partner, whom I've told you about, we were together for 12 years, but he wouldn't commit to us moving in together or engagement. So I eventually ended it. I didn't view it as he couldn't give me what I needed. I told myself I wasn't worthy of love. While my therapist said we will continue working on this next time, I feel lighter now that I'm realizing how all of these little traumas have impacted me as an adult. Well, nothing has been solved. I feel lighter because I'm recognizing how things from my childhood stunted some things emotionally and how I view myself. I love that. And she said, I know I'm rambling and I don't know if any of this made sense, but once again, the lives where you talk about your journey have made a difference to people. And so I really, really loved that. I'm sorry if I've missed, hey, SoCal Joy, missed some of you coming in. Um, I wasn't reading the chat. I was reading an email, guys. Hey, Thursday before two. This was from, hey, Honey Lou. Yeah, exact. But hey, Katie did it. Buffy right here. I feel stupid when I have problems communicating, especially when I feel like say what I'm trying to say is wrong. I totally get that. I do too. See, Renee B feels that way too. I liked this email because it really does relate to all of us, right? Like I love what she was saying about you may not, this is why you don't compare people's childhood or traumas or any kind of an abusive situation, even if you're an adult. Because yeah, it was so honest and meaningful. I agree, Renee B, because she's saying, like, while I may not have had some abusive parent or, major thing happen to me, some bomb go off when I was a kid, doesn't have to. She's got all these small traumas that just impact and add up. I mean, I said this once on a stream. Abigail, I saw your super chat. I'm going to read it in just a second, babe, and thank you. I said this once. If I had it to do over, like, I'm probably the cheese stands alone here. I'm probably alone in this. And it may offend some of you. But I believe so much at this point, after seeing and talking with thousands of people. I've spoken with thousands of people, either in person or on email. All of you have, I'm sure. But having this channel has been a gift because I can reach so many people and I've talked to so many people. There are so many people who have all of those either big traumas, big and little traumas, and it all adds up. And thank you, Vicky Cat. I'm a little afraid to do that. Get my GED. It all adds up to all of these people now who are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, who are carrying that weight around and all of those traumas piled up. And we're all just kind of carrying them around. And some of us don't know what to do about it. Some of us do something about it. Some of us never do something about it. But some of us are in denial. I see a lot of people who are in denial too. But the thing is, to me, having kids is a serious decision. And I think I've always, hey, Joy Lee, I've always thought this about getting a pet. I'm like, you sure you have that kind of commitment time? 15 to 20 years? Like, you're going to do that? Try having a kid. Like, I know all of you have kids, but like, it shocks me when I think about it. Are you well enough? I can't have a boyfriend, guys. I can't be in a relationship with someone because I don't know that I'm well enough. Is he well enough? Are you well enough to care about me, my well-being, my mental health, my physical health? Are you going to be there for me? Like, because that's part of a relationship, in my opinion. So are you able to take care, like raise a kid into adulthood where it's not going to have all this trauma and carry it around and treat people like shit? And hey, Catherine B, like, I'm not trying to be a downer here, but hey, Grandma Sunshine Dragon, but like, I don't think people realize how many broken ass people are walking around. And let's be fair, most of it starts in our childhood. And maybe people will disagree with me and I could be wrong, but like, there could be people who are like, hey, Dr. MLS, thank you. There could be people who are like, I had the best parents ever. Okay, great. I mean, you're one of the lucky ones, but like it or not, it's not always the parents. It's sometimes other family members, sometimes it's siblings, sometimes it's people close to you. There is trauma though from childhood. And all I guess I'm saying is it's really hard. I now have an almost 16-year-old. Am I well enough to like raise a man that's going to be this like great member of society, treat people really well, be a great partner to somebody? No, I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if I've raised a serial killer and he's going to just run a lawnmower over a town. I don't know. That was in one of my favorite shows, Girls. Lena Dunham says that. She's like, what if I raise him to be like a crazy serial killer and he just runs a lawnmower over a town? I thought that was the funniest thing. But I'm serious. Like, and then multiply that, have 4 or 5 fucking kids. Like, I don't know. I can tell you I'm not well enough to raise healthy adults that are mentally going to be well and stable. You may be able to, but all of us are walking. Thank you, Viggy Cat. All of us are walking around carrying these loads of trauma. And I love that email that she shared because it was very raw and very real. It is a journey, rocks in a box. I'm not saying it like we're doomed or anything like that. I'm not trying to be a downer here, but I see a lot. Thank you, Dr. MLS. I see a lot of, I don't know if you want to use the word broken. That's kind of a harsh word, but people who have, they would be Renee B, people who have a lot of issues they're carrying around. And I admire so many of these people. I mean, I like people with issues. I'm going to be honest. If like, I think it's a beautiful thing to have issues. I like to talk about them. I like to open up and go down those rabbit holes as long as people are willing to be open about them. I don't like people who have issues who are like, I don't have any problems. It's all you. We've all met people like that, and they're not willing to Lumen. They're not willing to take a look. Yeah, Buffy has daddy issues. Same, girl. But they're not willing to take a look, open up, admit, whatever you want to call it. Those are not really people I like to hang around because I was married to one of those, right? Like, you're the problem, not me. I'm totally healed. Like, I used to say that to him. Like, so I'm the problem? Oh, you're the problem. I haven't done anything wrong. And I often thought he was being sarcastic or like using dark humor. I was like, you haven't done anything wrong? Nothing? And he was like, no, I haven't. You're the problem. I was just going to say, has anybody seen Martin? Thank you for being here, Martin. I was starting to worry. Literally, the man would say that to me. You're the problem. But how many people do we hate? Ghostwriter? Oh my God, that's sad. But I understand it. It actually makes total sense to me. There are 3 kids in my family. We had a horrific childhood and none of us had kids because of it. Wow. That's horribly sad. But I admire your choice. I admire people who don't have kids by choice. You can judge me all you want for saying that, but I don't think people need to rush to have kids. That's just my opinion. Like, I think it's very much put upon us, expected of us. Whenever I meet someone that's older and they're like, yeah, I didn't have kids. Like, my close friend Leslie didn't have kids. She didn't want to have kids. Like, I admire that. I think there's a lot of strength in that. After my divorce, I did not get into relationships until my children were grown. Totally, I get that. Hey, Kim is blue. We definitely do. Kim is blue. Exactly. Our experiences make us incredible, fabulous messes. And see, that's where I agree with that, unless you're in denial and you don't think you're a mess, because that's annoying. Thank you, Cheryl. Wow. Thank you for your super sticker, babe. Abigail, I have not stopped thanking God for you. I pray for you constantly, asking God, the glorious Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, to give you spiritual wisdom and insight. That's a beautiful one. That's a very loving, very beautiful scripture. Thank you for that, Abigail. Thank you for super chatting it. I really appreciate that, babe. It took me, Lisa Cobb says, it took me until I was 57. I've had 104 therapy sessions and it has been healing. Your channel has helped me so much. Your channel has helped me so much. I can't express how much you've helped. Wow. Hey, Aline, Lisa Cobb. That is beautiful. And I'm glad that you are in therapy. Hey, Tiffany B. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And just this is why I will never quit. right here. Your channel has helped me so much. Also, Critters Creation said that in her email. This channel is not my channel. It's our channel. It's our community. It is not just me. But thank you for saying that. And I'll never forget it. Thank you for that and super chatting. Do you think, Chrissy Lynn Wilson says, do you think therapy would be of interest to Hux? Given that his grandparents left him overnight, it may be helpful. He's lucky to have a mother who loves him unconditionally. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Chrissy Lynn. He usually says no, but lately we've been talking more about it. And I think that's a route we're going to take a look at. Yeah, I think it's necessary. I think mental health is so not a thing. And I think honestly, like, I don't want to say it should be, but I think a lot of people would benefit if they started to have a therapist like around 14. I think it would be amazing if people could, I don't know who that is, Professor Kakan, Joan Blondell. That's who I look like. Never heard of her. I really believe kids, like, more than parenting, I think kids like should start therapy at, I mean, even 12 would be amazing. I just think mental wellness is so important and it's so overlooked. It's so overlooked. And it's hard. I haven't seen my therapist in over a month now. I plan to keep seeing him, but they don't make it easy either. Like, my health insurance doesn't cover any of it. And I that makes it hard. And if I have Huxley see a therapist, I'm going to quit my therapist so I can have him see a therapist because our insurance doesn't cover it. And that's not a poor me situation. That's most of us Americans. And it just is what it is. It's just the way it is. But I think it's super, super important. I really, really do. I really do. Kiki, I just took away your comment. Childless by choice over here. I love my nibblings, but parenting was not something I ever desired. Your siblings. Yeah, Kiki, I love that. And I admire that. I think that's strong. I really, for whatever reason, I'm very drawn to especially women who are like, I just didn't want kids. I don't know. There's so much pressure in society to have kids. I'm impressed by that. I like that you thought for yourself. You thought that through. Because I think a lot of people have kids just because they're kind of expected to. I could be wrong on that, but I've been told by people that. Baby steps, I totally agree. No one is really, so if you are aware and try to grow, you will do okay. I strongly agree. If you don't want kids, don't have them. Yes, don't be pressured into it. Like, there's plenty of kids. It's okay. You don't have to have them. And they're a huge fucking commitment. Let's be honest. And it's not just a commitment like feeding them and caring for them and all of that. That's its own thing. But I'm talking about, like, we talked about this, raised versus watched. There's a lot of people who are watched, not raised. Anybody can watch a kid grow up and make sure they're safe and go to school and all that shit and they eat and whatever, but raising them to be healthy, well-rounded, mentally stable people who are going to go out into the world and be good members of society and treat people well and their partners well is a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. Like, you ready to do that? Thank you, Baby Steps, and thank you for your super chat. Hey, Andrew, thanks for becoming a member. Love you, Andrew. I think Hux is stronger and happier than we might assume, or at least I hope so. I really believe in that kid. Martin, thank you. I do too. And he's loving 10th grade and he's making a lot of friends. Hey, Rip Curl Readiness. Thank you. I'm glad that you're here. Liz Tricks, my mother, who died when I was 15, didn't like her kids being good at anything she was good at. She was an artist and a singer. Took me a while to overcome those memories from my childhood. I remember you telling me about this at length. And there's that kind of parenting too. And I'll never understand that. She didn't like her kids being good at anything she was good at. That's sad. And I'm sorry. And I'm sure it did take you a while to work through that, Liz. If you still haven't, I would understand. And thank you for sharing that with us. It's pretty deep. Thank you for your super chat. Armine, thank you for Gobby and Panky. Yes, Sophia, I totally agree with that. Mandy Albert, thanks for talking about this. This is validating and helps me to not feel so alone. Sometimes my CPTSD Feels very isolating, and I have a lot of guilt and shame. I love you too, Mandy, and don't. This is the perfect place to be here where you're not alone. Definitely don't feel like you're alone here. We love you, we're with you, and we support you. I totally get it. And thank you for your membership, babe. Since going to pain management this week, I will be going to therapy for my emotional state since my accident at work. I think I need help with the anger I feel and how emotional I get this last year. Totally, Jojo. And there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it's incredible. And I'm excited for you. That's how I feel about that. I love therapy and I believe wholeheartedly in it. Andrew, you're welcome to the Zooms. I don't know what membership you just got. If you got a Zoom membership, thank you. I can't see that because I'm on StreamYard. I'm not on YouTube. But thank you, Andrew. That's really sweet. And I hope your dog's doing good. April Thomas, I'm so late. Xenu and the Body Thetans. That's okay, babe. I'm just glad you're here. Thank you for being a member. Teresa, I'm childless by choice. I always knew I didn't want one, but the pressure and judgment I have received over the years is ridiculous. It is. I was also told I'd change my mind, but never have. Hey, Karen Burhow, it's so weird. Hey, Andy, to me, it's just weird to me. And I don't think it's that important. It's okay to say I didn't want kids. It wasn't that important to me. Like, why is this not normal? Like, I feel like there's so much pressure put on women. As a younger woman in my younger years, people would be like, so are you married? Do you have kids? Like, that's the first thing. Like, what about me? What if I chose not to? Are you going to judge that? Like, I'm not married right now. I've been married a lot and I love not being married. I don't know that I'll ever get married again. It doesn't feel important to me at all. It's a weird expectation, I think. I love that. I agree. Both of my kids have done therapy since mid-teens. I love that, Debbie. Christy Lynn Wilson, it blesses my heart to hear you advocate for therapy. Another nail in Scientology coffin. Thank you, Christy Lynn Wilson. It's my favorite thing. If I could afford therapy, and thank you for your super chat. I love that, Rhonda McNeil. If I could afford therapy every week, I think we all would do it every week. You know, it used to be covered by my insurance when I was married. And hey, Mona, it is very important, Mona. And hey, Alabama Rose, I would do it every week. I can't. Therapy isn't cheap, and that's what I mean. It's such a thank you, Wendy Ramirez. That is such a nice thing to say. I find this channel and especially Tommy's channel to be very therapeutic. Well, I'm happy for you. That's really sweet. Hey, Anna Pikachu Hunter. I just think it's really a disservice to us. I think that as we move forward, I hope as a human population that hopefully like mental wellness, mental health is way more encouraged and easy to access for everybody. Because look at this channel. We gather here every day because it's a form of us getting together, talking. It's a place where we're safe. It's a place where no one's going to judge us. We can share anything, our losses, our gains, how we're embarrassed about something. Hey, Kevin Conklin. And there's nothing wrong with it. So you tell me. I mean, connection is really, I wish I could afford to have therapy every week. Yeah, all of us do, I'm sure. It's not that easily financially accessible for people. And I think that's a joke. I think that's an absolute joke. I think you should be able to. Critters Creations. Okay, here she is, guys. I just read your email and everybody loved it. And thank you for sharing that. Thank you. It's a virtual corner cafe. I love that, Sophia. Joanne Hawley. Reese, I sent you an email in May. I don't know if you got it. It was a very rough one for me to write. It's under Maddie Hawley 14. But it was then I was able to send it because you opened your arms to make me feel safe to do it. Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm actually going to make a note of it right now. Pam, how does this pen work? Pam made me this. There it is. Pam made me this pen. Wish I thought I had a piece of paper right here, but I guess. All right, well, let me get my little notebook here because I want to read it. Under Maddie Hawley 14. Okay, that way I can search for it. I love that, and I will go look for it because it sounds like it's something I really need to know about. Thanks, Pam. I figured it out. Thank you, Joanne Hawley, for telling me that. I'm sorry I missed it, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. Thank you for understanding, and thank you for your super chat. I will go find it. I really appreciate that. Hey, Just Joan, I answered your email today too. That was very special. And I liked what you had to say. I really liked your email today. Thank you. I hope that you got mine back. Critters Creation says, my therapy journey has been amazing. I still have a long way to go, but progress is great. Well, I appreciate you being so okay with me sharing that. It really helped a lot of people. And Critters Creations, I like what you had to say about, you didn't have these giant traumas. I mean, to you, let's be honest, trauma is subjective, is it not? Like, is there such a thing as a small trauma or a big trauma? I mean, I don't know. I think trauma is trauma, and I love how you put that it's stacked up. Okay, good, Just Joan. I loved your email, and just so you know, it's a yes, Joan. It's a yes. I just told you what I said in that email. I don't share everything with the world, but you get it, right? I like what you said about how whether big or small traumas, they stack up. And then they bring us to where we are today as human being adults. And it's like, my therapist said to me once, hey, Jessamine, my therapist said to me once, sure, you were dealt those cards. That's the hand you were dealt. But we can't bleed all over people as we get older, right? Like, yes, as a child, that shouldn't have happened to you. You should have been safe, kept safe. But now as adults, you got to clean that up. You got to deal with that hand that you were dealt. And I totally believe that. So therapy is huge. I think it's really, really important. Comparing trauma can be a very slippery slope. And why would we? Why would we compare people's trauma? What kind of a sick fucking person? I can't stand people ever who are like, it barely was anything. She hardly this. It didn't really happen to her. If it did happen to her, no one saw it. I doubt it happened. Like, what are you doing? Were you there? Like, it's so creepy to me. That is a very slippery slope to compare someone's trauma, to talk, like, speak lightly about somebody else's trauma. You didn't go through it. So shut your mouth. That's how I feel about that. You weren't there. I've had people do that to me. I've had people lessen my trauma or try to say, like, it wasn't that big of a deal. She wasn't that much of a Scientologist. You can go fuck your life into the forever. You weren't there. Bye. Like, you don't get to speak on this. You don't get a seat at this table. I get really angry when people do that. I get really angry when people minimize and lessen what happened to someone. You weren't there. Sorry, that really upsets me. Baby steps, I agree that traumas add up. Most of my trauma came as an adult and is secondary trauma of those around me. There are so many hurt people. Over time, I have absorbed so much. My last job really opened my eyes. Hugs to all. Baby steps, I love you and I love what you do. You really help people for a living. And I believe this so much. It does add up. And there are tons of hurt people. And that's my point. It's the hand you were dealt. It's like all the people who are haters in our lives. Sure, like, you're a hater, but like, it's more you than me. It doesn't speak about me as it's much about you. You're hurt and you haven't dealt with it. And it's just going to keep rising because you're not dealing with it. And that is such a reflection on the person. And it's sad. I don't want to make fun of them. I don't want to point it out. It's sad either way. It's sad that you feel like you have to hate and attack people. It's gross. I hate that. Thank you, Baby Steps, for saying that. And thank you for your super chat. Heather, I've said it 1,000 times. You are my therapy. I get more out of and feel better from watching you than I did from my therapy. Wow. Not that I am discounting therapy. Critters Creations put it perfectly. Thank you, Heather. That's incredible. And it's such a compliment. Thank you for saying that. And I love you. You don't say a lot in the Zoom calls, but when you do, I love listening to you. And I think you're a really special gal. Thank you for being a member. I wish I could have continued therapy. I get that, Buffy. I haven't had therapy in a while, and I can feel it. I can tell a difference in a bad way. It starts to pile up. And then that's how you become a hater in a lot of ways. If you let things stack up and you get more and more angry, you can spew it in that way. It can happen. Wendy says, absolutely, Reese. Minimization is infuriating, in particular when coming from the person who caused it. Oh, yeah, that's really bad. But either way, minimizing is a joke. It's a joke. It's a bad joke. Like, I don't understand anyone in real life or on YouTube who's going to come out and try to minimize what happened to another person and you had nothing to do with it. You weren't there. Like, you didn't live in their head. I just think that is so classless. It's terrible. It's terrible to do that. Hey, Renee. It is, Joy Lee. I agree. It's hard to find a match in a therapist. Listen to you through my physical therapy today. Thank you. Love you, Renee. Reese inspired me to get therapy, and she's the reason I'm gaining traction. Oh my God, Audrey, that's incredible. That's incredible. And it's such a gift. Thank you for sharing that. That means so much to me. When people say that, that means so much to me. It makes me really proud. Really proud. Makes me want to be a part of this world. Robin Miners says, Reese, you've created this wonderful space where we can talk about our issues in therapy and learn from and support each other. I totally agree with that, Robin. Minimizing each other's traumas is enforcing the abuse. Totally, Stacey Toms. Abigail, contrary to what I've been told, I can be nice to the haters. Abigail, you're never mean. I don't know what you're talking about. People who conceal their sins will not prosper, but if they confess and turn from them, they will receive mercy. I believe that. When you lie and you doubt and you go against God, I believe that. You won't prosper doing that. You're lying to yourself, you're lying to God and doubting, and I don't like it when people do that. We've all done it. But it's you won't be successful doing that. Abigail, thank you for sharing that. That's really lovely. Thank you for your super chat. I honestly don't know if I could have survived this last year without this community. When I say I love you all, I mean it. You've saved my life. Pam, I know a little bit about that, and I love you, and we really love you. This community really, really loves you, Pam. And again, happy birthday, babe. Just Jones says, only each of us know our own pain. Pain comes from many sources and its depth is different from each event and each source. No one has the right to demean and disrespect the hurt that each cause. No one. Thank you, Joan. I appreciate that. That's so true. It is so, Dr. MLS, disrespectful to discount another person's trauma in any way. To be honest, it's disrespectful to speak to it. If you're saying something supportive, like, I feel for her or him, and I wish I could have been there, or I wish we could have done something that's horrible. I'm so glad they're on the right path now. Whatever. That's great. Support is support, and everybody could use more of that. But if you in any way are like, did they really? Or if you're dowdy or anything, it's gross, and I don't want any of those people here. Go keep it in the comments section where you belong, because that's gross to me. Keep it in the comment section exactly where you belong, in the comment section, like the cowards that you are. And I mean here, I mean in the world, I mean anywhere. Don't minimize people's pain. It's really, really gross to do that. And you look like a total asshole, and no one will like you. I, of course, encourage therapy, Puka Vista. Therapy in this channel have saved my life. Lizzie Meggs says, I have been a lurker for a long time and so enjoy this channel. Welcome out of being a lurker, and thank you for being here. I hope that you speak up more. Thank you. Wow. Reese helped me, Aline says, decide to return to therapy. I kept making excuses, but I finally made the call. Excellent decision. Thanks, Reese, and everyone here. We love you, Aline. That is beautiful. And thank you again for sharing that. And yeah, Lizzie, that's adorable. Thank you. I love you all, says Kitty Whiskers. This has been such a warm, positive, and inspiring community. We need it. Can always use more of it. I love that, Rachel. I love that. So I want to share what I talked about yesterday. We're already an hour in, and that's okay. Cause Lizzie Meggs, definitely welcome. Yesterday I talked about, months ago, I was interviewed. And I got a list of the questions. Here we go. Here they are. And we're not going to get through much anyway. Thank you, Professor Kakan. I'd love to help someone with some therapy. That's very nice, Martin. Yeah, it's a tough gig. It's tough to I don't know, Martin, you're in Denmark. I don't know what it's like there, but here in America, therapy is difficult and it's not very attainable or affordable. Yes, we will, Lori Lee. Will we someday know what the project is? Yes, we will. It's actually more than one project. I love that, Just Joan. So I want to start off with a couple of these questions. And some of them are really deep. So, I mean, we may get through one or two anyway, but I told you guys I was going to do this and I want to share this. So if this is okay with you, otherwise we can skip it. I can just keep talking. I'm full of the gift of gab. So if it's okay with you, why is it difficult? Says Martin. I don't know. It's the American healthcare system, man. My health insurance doesn't cover therapy. So I have had to cut way back myself on seeing my therapist. And if Huxley needs to see a therapist, which I'm trying to get him to do, and I think he wants to, I'm going to quit my therapist so I can have him see a therapist, which is totally fine. I don't have to have therapy. It's just helpful. Honey Lou, that is so nice. Lizzie Meggs, I used to be a lurker. Now I can't go back from being lifted by Reese and this beautiful group. Honey Lou, that's true. And I love that. Okay, everybody says go ahead. Marie Marion says, through your channel, you've made a wonderful change in many of our lives. Thank you, Marie Marion. I really appreciate that. You can't put a price on that. Like there's nothing better. There's nothing better. So I was interviewed and I want to go through some of the questions. There's 400 of them. Hey, old Charlie. So we can do this for days. Martin, you'd have to ask the audience. I don't know. Like therapy usually is, hey, Tampa A. Therapy, I don't know how much everybody else pays, is usually about $150 to $250 per session. It's insane. So Reese, it says, to begin, can you tell us about your earliest memories within Scientology? And I thought this was a great question. The reason I'm going through these with you guys is not just to me. I'm not trying to just like, let's talk about me. You do come out and say hi, Andy. This channel has become my absolute favorite. I love you, Reese, and everyone in this chat. Andy, we love you. And that is such an honor. That is such an amazing thing to say. I still can't believe it. Like, I can't believe it when people say things like that. It is such a beautiful thing to say. And I get chills, goosies every time. Yeah, Joan, it's expensive. So the first question this person asked me, to begin, can you tell us about the reason I'm wanting to go through these again is not because I'm like, let's talk about me, right? The reason I'm wanting to go through these is because it prompts me to talk about the Scientology stuff. And sometimes I don't, that's very kind, Martin. What am I trying? Is Original Ann here? Where? Oh my God, I love Original Ann. I've been listening since the beginning, but so wiped out after the workday, I couldn't even sit up. I was going to text you yesterday. I got my birthday gift. Thank you for that. I got a t-shirt and you told me to get a t-shirt. So I love you and thank you. I love you, Original Ann. You know this. Like, it just goes without saying. We all love. Every time we do a Zoom call, I get texts after or during the Zoom from people in the chat, especially last month, for whatever reason. I got so many texts of people going, I'm in love with Ann. I love Ann. I'm like, oh, you don't have a fucking clue. Ann is everything but the wings. Original Ann is incredible. And anybody who's here today can attest to that with the Zoom call. I can't tell you, Abigail, not yet. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Tony P. Original Ann is truly angelic. I love that woman so much. I mean it. I love her so much. Like, I can't keep going or I'll start crying. I love Ann so much. She is a gift to this world. Does anybody here do therapy by Zoom? I do. It's called Psychology Today. It's not actually Zoom, but it's on my computer. So Yeah, Anne is incredible. My earliest memories within Scientology. So the reason I want to go through these questions is to prompt some of these things because we like talking about it, and I want to talk more about Scientology stuff when it comes to my own story, right? Hey, New Life Plan, are you back? Are you back from being out of town, babe? I'm happy to see you. Thank you for the super sticker. Um, So if it's cool with you guys, I'm going to answer some of these questions. I want to go through it because, okay, good. Welcome back, babe. I want to answer some of these, and maybe we're going too deep for today. Maybe we've already been in an hour and it's too late for us. But I kind of want to answer some of these just because I said I would, and I want to get into it. Some of my earliest memories when I answered this question was, I believe, at the age of 4. And I'll just kind of skim over some of these because we don't need to get, I mean, you know, most of the answers to this. Like I think I was around 4, and my first memory was in the kitchen at my dad's house in Omaha. My house, I guess, was 4. And I was in the kitchen, and thanks, Abigail. I was in the kitchen and doing TR bull bait with my sister, and my dad was screaming, like start, flunk, go, like all of that. And so that was my earliest memory of Scientology, was the age of 4. The second question is, how old were you when you first became aware of what Scientology was or how it shaped your family life? That's an interesting question. How old was I when I first became aware what Scientology was or how it shaped your family life? I think I was 5. Um, Sophia, I think I was 5. And the reason I think I feel like I can pinpoint the answer to that, um, I remember at the age of 5 is when my dad started calling me names that I didn't understand. And I'm pretty sure I was 5. My mom was still there. And I remember him saying, like, you're a bank, you're a down stat, you're being a suppressive person, get your stats up, be an upstat member of society, like all these things. And I remember thinking, what does that mean? I don't know what a bank, I had no idea what a downstat and a bank was. Oh, and case. Case is also a bank. There's a lot of words for the reactive mind, and that's what that is. A bank is the reactive mind. The reactive mind is the dark part of your mind where you store all of the pain, the hurt, the unconsciousness, the bad memories, right? So a bank is a reactive mind. You're being banky. He would say you're being banky, and a downstat, and Casey, quit, like knock off your case. Casey, that's also the reactive mind. It's super weird, but that was words for that. And I remember being 5, and I was like so freaked out because he would scream and be like, stop being a bank. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I remember thinking that I'm an overthinker. I think I've always been an overthinker. And I remember in that moment thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I have to stop being a bank. And I don't know what the fuck a bank is. I remember those thoughts going through my head. What is a bank? All I could think of was money, like my piggy bank. All I could think of was that. I was like, I don't know what a bank is, but I have to stop being one. And it would stop me in my tracks. It made me super like sweaty and emotional and weird because I didn't know what I was doing to cause being a bank, if that makes sense. It was just really, really confusing and super strange. The third question, is this cool? Like so far I think we'll get going as I do more of these. It won't all be in today's stream. The third question is, describe your family's involvement in Scientology. Were both parents deeply committed? Yes. And one of them still is, as you guys know, my father. My mother was deeply committed into Scientology more than my father. My mom became an auditor and she went clear, and she did way, way more in Scientology than any of us, honestly, in my family. I didn't go clear, and I did not become the level of an auditor that my mom did. So she was way more committed to it. That's how my dad has been with all of his wives. He's the whale. Like, yeah, my mom is clear, Heather. My dad's the whale. He's the big spender. He's always donating and giving money to all the different weird propaganda arms of Scientology and the IAS, the International Association of Scientologists. My dad is the big fish spending the money. He never actually did anything, though. He would get wives to go to OT8, and then he would walk around going, she's OT8. Like, I got her there. You know how men do weird shit like that? It's like a trophy situation. He would do that. So my dad has done that with all of his wives. Number 4 question was, what was the general atmosphere like in your home growing up influenced by Scientology? That's like all the way, Heather? No, clear is not all the way. No. OT8 would be all the way. The OT levels are after you go clear. What was the general atmosphere like in your home growing up influenced by Scientology? We did Scientology every day after school, especially when I was younger and my sister was there. So before we, hey, Barbara, wait, before we went into the Sea Org, exactly, Sophia, before we went into the Sea Org and my mom was still there, we did Scientology every day after school. It was always something. So we would do TRs. We would study on our courses. We did learning how to learn course. We did the children's communication course. We did the how to use a dictionary course. Like, we did all of those things every day after school. It was just like a different things. We didn't always do bull baiting. We did mostly bull baiting, though, believe it or not. We did a lot of TRs and a lot of bull bait. So we did a lot of that, but we also did a lot of studying. So number 5 is kind of answers what I just said. What were the common rituals or routines participated in as a child? Jean Strong, exactly what I just said, pretty much, if that makes sense. We did the common rituals and routines. We're coming home from school every day doing LRH studying, LRH, the works of LRH. I like number 6. How did Scientology explain the world to you as a child? How did Scientology explain the world to you as a child? Scientology has always, since childhood, explained the world pretty much the same as it did when I was an adult. Everybody out there is dangerous. All these people are dangerous. Don't trust anyone. There's an offensive word that they used for non-Scientologists that I did not know was offensive until I started my YouTube channel. It's apparently offensive in like other countries, not in the USA. And I'll just say the word was called WOG, WOG, and that was a word that we used and LRH uses in all of his writings for non-Scientologists. For anybody out in the real world that's not a Scientologist, that's what they would call them. So my entire upbringing, they used that word. I don't use it because I'm told it is a very hurtful word in other parts of the world. So obviously I wouldn't use it. I'm just saying it so you know what I'm talking about. Love you, Rachel. So we were told that those people, non-Scientologists, were very dangerous people. Do the letters stand for anything? No, Lori Lee, not that I'm aware of. But we were told that they were very dangerous and not to engage with them much. Like, that they are. The other thing about Scientologists is they're always better than you. They're always better than you. So like, we are, hey, Tracy Lace, we are the most out of the mud compared to the rest of you that are in the mud, LRH would say. You guys are totally unaware and it's a racist word here. That's horrible. Yeah, I apologize for even saying it then. It is a Scientology term, Jojo, but yeah, I don't use it for those reasons. Scientologists are always above non-Scientologists. Like, we feel sorry for you kind of a thing. Like, oh, that's horrible, baby steps. Is that one of the things it stands for? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm sorry I even said it. We just are so above and like in present time. And hey, witchy Trista, everybody else is not in present time. That's basically how I was told to view the world. Number 7, what were the first doctrines or teachings that you learned? That was one of the first ones, that the world is a very dangerous place. And that's horrible, Sophia, that the world is a very dangerous place. to be, and you should never trust people. That was one of the first things that I learned as a Scientologist, and that basically LRH is to be worshipped. Like everything LRH says is God. Like LRH is God a lot to a lot of Scientologists. So I just knew without really understanding, I knew that that was not to be messed with. Like this is what we study, what we do every day. That's why we don't do any after school, any extra. Hey, Joanne Palmer, hey, Christine Baker, like extracurricular activities. I never played a sport. I never was in any extra clubs or anything like that because I was told it was super dangerous and not to. Yes, Robin Miners, I was taught not to trust anyone. Number 8 was, did you attend Scientology schools? I only attended the Sea Org for kids, which was the cadet org. Otherwise, no. Number 9, what were the expectations placed upon you as a child within the Scientology community? Well, as a kid, we are not kids. As a matter of fact, that makes me think of something real quick. You guys know and hate as much as I do Grant Cardone. He makes me so grossed out. He is a raging Scientologist, him and his wife, Elena. I am so grateful that watching Leah Remini led me to Reese, who has changed my life. Audrey, I love you and I'm grateful for you. Thank you for saying that. I'm grateful for Leah. Hey, Katie Fulton, Leah, and Mike Rinder for what they did, because they're the people that helped get me out of Scientology, them and the Aftermath Foundation, right? Grant Cardone, I saved this reel because listen to this. Listen to what he says about his children.
Best thing I ever did was get my kids out of school, remove them from the environment. You're like, how are you going to socialize your kids? Don't. You want them to be independent, free thinkers, disciplined. Why would I want to socialize my kid into these idiots? I tell my kids, look, you don't worry about hanging out with the kids, worry about hanging out with their parents. The kids are going to become parents one day. If you can learn how to hang out with the older people, that's who's got all the access, the power, the wisdom, and the influence. How many of the kids you grew up with you're hanging around today, Sarah? That's a round number. They're freaking either criticizing you, or those same guys are cowards because when they see you, they're like, oh, Jack, I always knew you were going to make it. If they could grow up with the Obamas and the Trumps and the Bushes, that's influence. The best thing I ever did was get my kids out of school.
Best thing I ever did was get my kids out of school. Yeah, 10X, baby. Hey, C-dubs. So Scientologists don't believe kids are kids. So of course he pulled his kids out of school. Where do you think they go? Scientology school. Why? Because kids are not kids. Hey, Air Supply, kids are adults just like everybody else. My dad made that clear. Everybody made that clear within the Church of Scientology as a child. And as I grew up and people had kids, it was the same thing. Kids are just like everybody else. We don't treat them like anything else. They are adults in small bodies. Like that is a big belief. So of course he pulled his kids out of school. Of course he's not going to believe in school. That guy is such a joke. I can't stand that dude. And his wife gives me the creeps. They're adults in small bodies. So that's how I was treated. Number 10 is, who is L. Ron Hubbard to you growing up? How is he presented? Like a god. Yeah. Leah and Mike had an amazing podcast, and I think it's still up. Interesting. I haven't watched it. Question, do you think going to public school may have planted a seed within you to eventually question what you were in? No, I don't. Unfortunately, Stacey Toms, I only made it to 9th grade, and I hated school, and I did really poorly in school. I don't think that's what led me to question what I was in. I think I was always a problem in Scientology, and I always broke the rules. And to be honest, if anything, as a child, George Carlin, I watched George Carlin all the time. That's what I watched a lot of. And I remember as a small kid, I watched all the time him say, question everything. Question authority. Kids, and he would say that kids should be questioning their parents. Kids should be questioning religion, teachers, school. You should be questioning things. Hey, Kelly Billy. He does sound like he's hopped up on something, Audrey. So I don't think school didn't really rub off on me at all. I hated school. I wanted to get out of school. I had no friends in school. I was fearful of school because of what I was told about school and the education system. I don't remember you ever saying anything about Mike Rinder dying. You don't have to, just curious. Actually, I did. Martin, I actually talked quite a bit about it. My biggest regret, I wish I could have met Mike Rinder. I really wish I could have met Mike Rinder. I wish I could have thanked him. I don't know about all, before you guys freak out, I don't know about the drama. I don't know about any of it. It was like suddenly he was loved and then suddenly he wasn't, and people were attacking him. I'm not a part of that group of people who are going to attack Mike Rinder because he didn't do anything to me other than help me. And if it weren't for Mike Rinder died, yeah, if it were not for his foundation, the Aftermath Foundation, I wouldn't be here. So I reached out to the Aftermath Foundation and they helped me. And his show with Leah helped me greatly to get the courage to reach out for help. So I know that there are people out there that don't like Mike Rinder. I don't know what he did. I don't know what caused people to suddenly have this uproar about him. Just know I'm not a part of that, and I won't be a part of that. He was a legend, absolutely, Martin, and I really, really regret that I didn't get to meet him. I wish I could have met him. I believe that he was helpful, and I think he was a bad person. 100%, guys. Like, dude was in charge of OSA. Okay. Like, he admitted to all of those things that I saw on the show, and he felt terrible about it. And I cannot believe how many people he helped. He turned around and helped. Hey, Jeanette Brown. So I don't have any doubt that he was harmful in Scientology. I'm sure he was. We all were. We're taught to be harmful. Scientologists aren't good people. I've said that. If you're going to leave Scientology, you got to work to be a good person. But I believe that by doing that show and all the people he helped on that show and all the emotion that he showed, that he was, hey, Ruth Anna, felt terrible for what he did. He's a good person in my eyes. And that's really all I need to know. I think the Aftermath Foundation are really good people. I think they help people. I think that they do a really good job. And I like Leah Remini because I like what she did on that show. I don't know her personally, but I know what she did to help me on that show. So I'm thankful for Leah and Mike and the Aftermath Foundation. Those are the three things that I reached out to and helped me. At DNB, I've never read any of their books. I have Mike's book. I don't have Leah's. I might have Leah's book. I don't know if I have her book, actually. But hey, whine a little bit more. I would like to read them. Mike helped me realize I was in a family cult ran by my mother, who was like both LRH and Miscavige combined. That's terrifying. And again, how could you say otherwise? I believe that Mike helped a lot of people. I do. And I believe I'm very thankful for the Aftermath Foundation. They've not ever done anything to be harmful to me. They've only helped. So that's where I stand on that. But I wish I could have met Mike. And yes, Martin, I think that man was a legend, an absolute legend. And I think he helped a ton of people before he passed away. And I'm sad that he passed. I'm sad that he died the way he did. I think it's really sad. The next question was, have you ever met or seen L. Ron Hubbard? No, I've never met him. I did not read Jamie Muster's book either, and I don't own it, Leslie, but I'd love to read it. I've heard it's very sad. How did Scientology shape your understanding of right and wrong? That's really nice. I think all the people I've watched leaving Scientology you are the one with the kindest vibe. Just wanted to say that, and you are fantastic. I really think so. Thank you, Martin. That is a really nice thing to say. And, I've been told that before, and I can't thank you enough for saying that. That really means a lot to me to say, like, you have the kindest, or I've had people say, you're my favorite channel. I really like your vibe. So, everybody has their favorites, and when you tell me, I appreciate it so, so much. Interesting, Leslie. Okay. Kevin says, just saying, your father is bat poop crazy. Very glad he is not a part of your life, that we are praying he finds his way out. Kevin, that's a nice thing to say. I actually had a dream about him the other day. I don't know what the whole dream was about. I just remember talking to him in the dream, and it was wild. And then I talked to my mom about him yesterday. Thank you, Audrey. Says you do have a heart of gold, Reese. Thank you. My mom said that this October, I think he's going to be 76. So he's getting up there in age. And yeah, I would love it if he would find his way out, but I don't think that's going to happen. My dad has been a Scientologist since I think he was 18 or 19. I like this question. How did Scientology shape your understanding of right and wrong? I think we're still finding out the answer to that today. I think Scientology shapes people in the most evil of ways because they give us so many falsehoods and they tell us what's the world is and how dangerous it is. And I think that they fill us and pump us full of lies, like heaven isn't real, God isn't real. Think of how damaging that is to just place. It makes me think of the Silence of the Lambs when she says, I opened the gate to their pen and I tried to free them, but they wouldn't run. They wouldn't move. They were frozen. They were scared. That's what I think Scientology does. Is it freezes us and it fills us full of fear of the outside world. And it makes us so grateful to be inside the umbrella under safety of Scientology. It's a joke. And I think that has made my visions of right and wrong sketchy, very sketchy, because I don't know. I get so embarrassed still about how I don't know anything. I just thought of that stream I did a long time ago with Aaron. And he said, Jesus wrote the Constitution. And he was joking. He knew the answer. But I was like, really? I am pissed off that I don't know that stuff. I didn't know that stuff. And it's embarrassing. Thank you, Audrey. Let's see. What was your relationship with what was your relationship like with non-Scientologists growing up? Were there restrictions? Absolutely. I knew people at school, but I wouldn't say I had friends. I knew girls that I really liked. There was a couple of them I would walk home with sometimes if they would take a different route home. But I was never a part of anything. Like I didn't have any extracurricular activities. I didn't play sports. I was terrified to do those things. I was invited to play an instrument. I was invited to be on the volleyball team. I was too scared. I was like, oh no, absolutely not. Like I have to go home. That's how we were told. Like the outside world was a dangerous, dangerous place. Next question is, I just answered. Did you have friends outside of Scientology? Not so much. I just had friends at the org when we would go to the org. What was the concept of ethics within Scientology from your early understanding? Hey, Heather Carr. Reese, can we ever have a game night again? Heather Carr, it would depend on who it's with. Probably not for me because I don't stream with anybody and I don't talk to anybody. So if you're talking about like with the old people who we did game night with, I don't think any of those people talk to each other. So I doubt it. It just is reality. Audrey. Thank you, Kevin. I imagine Reese would have been the ultimate it girl in school if not for the cult and her father. I would have probably loved. I often think about how much I regret. I wish I could have had a prom. I think I would have loved school. I really love people, and I think I would have loved school. I often wish. Thank you, Vicki Andrews. I think Reese's book would be really great. Please think about writing one. Leslie, I have thought about it. I'm just not much of a writer. I'm not educated and I'm not much of a writer, but thank you for the vote of confidence. What about a game night with some of us online? Renee B, that would be really fun. We could totally do that. There's no reason we couldn't do it with other people. I wish that I could do like that movie, Drew Barrymore. What was that movie? I love that movie. Oh my God. Never Been Kissed. If you saw that movie, Kim is blue. I love you. If you saw that movie, I could Killy Billy, and maybe that's an option one day. If you saw that movie, Never Been Kissed, Drew Barrymore is such a cute movie. She goes back, like she's like has a full-time job and she's like 25 or something. And she goes back to high school as an undercover girl. I so wish we could do that and like stream it. I wish I could go back to high school. Like, because I never really, I mean, I went to ninth grade and it was terrifying and I couldn't be myself, right? Like, I think it would be so, what's up, girlfriends? Original Anne. Oh my God. It was such a cute movie. I love that movie. I love her brother in it. I can't think of the dude's name in real life. He was so funny. No, Martin, it's not helpful at all. But I really wish that I could have. I really wish I could have gone to school. I think I would have liked it if it were under normal circumstances with normal parents supporting you and behind you and, you know, having friends. I think I would have probably really shined. It would have been my thing because I'm super social. I love people. I still think you would love to take a class sometime, maybe at a community college. Nothing with pressure, just something you are interested in to get your feet wet. It's not a bad idea. Hey, GeoPlanet Jane, there are plenty of ghostwriters out there who could work with you and help you write your own book. Yeah. I mean, it's a thought down the road. I just don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin on that. But thank you for, again, your vote of confidence. I think it was terrifying because you were afraid to be yourself in front of the terrible people. Yes. Yes. And I know Thursday Before Two says same, Reese. Yes, I get that. Well, okay. So what was the concept of ethics within Scientology from your early understanding? I got in trouble. My first big getting in trouble. Yeah, Sophia, my first big getting in trouble was when I was 6 and my mom left. I talked about this yesterday. I had to do the laundry and I washed my dad's Grateful Dead tie-dye t-shirt. It had the Grateful Dead bears like walking around the emblem. And I bleached it. I didn't know how to do laundry and I poured bleach in. And he was so angry with me. He put me in ethics in lower conditions for several weeks. I think it was like around 8 weeks because I had to write up all my overts and withholds, which are crimes. And I had to pull weeds. I had to white glove, which is like totally my dad would go around with a white glove and he would check and I would have to clean the house, clean the toilets, all of that. So that was my understanding. It was David Arquette. Yes, Liz. Reese's book title, Silly Nonsense, Scientology and Fax Machines. That's a great title. I had to pull weeds. I had to do all kinds of cleaning. He was furious with me that I destroyed that shirt and I had to write up all my crimes. So that was my earliest concept of ethics. And from then on, I was what's called an ethics particle. That's what they call you when you're constantly getting in trouble. I love that, Old Charlie. I love that movie too, Kestrel. But that was where it all started. That's where it all began, where I first did my set of lower conditions and all of those things. The next question is, how did you perceive people who left Scientology? What were you taught about them? That's a good question. And I perceived people as evil. We were just told they were evil. They were SPs, which is a suppressive person, which is funny what I am now. But they are equated to Hitler. So that's what I thought of people. And more so, I guess more importantly than that, we were told they cause cancer. So that's how you become PTS, Renee B. That's how you become PTS. A potential trouble source is being connected to an SP. And if you're connected to an SP, you get cancer, you have car accidents, you get sick, you're a liability to the group of planet Earth and Scientology. You're a liability. You have accidents all the time. Reese, these questions and answers are the foundation of your book. Well, I'm sure I could write a book, Kestrel. There's plenty to put in there. It's just maybe one day. I don't know. Thanks, Hux. When did you realize that ethics was really about morals and not about laundry and such? Vicky C. Hey, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Come here, kid. I don't know that I ever realized that. Vicky, I mean, I guess I realized that in the last couple of years. But in Scientology, ethics is not about morals. As a matter of fact, LRH talks about that. Maybe one day, Kim is blue. Thank you, Heather. I think that's a great question, Vicky C. And LRH says that like ethics and morals are very different things. I think I just realized that not too long ago in my life that to me, ethics until just recently is being in trouble. Ethics equates to writing up your overts and withholds and being all I can think about when I think about being in ethics is on the stairs at the Church of Scientology in Kansas City. This is where I always ended up was on the marble stairs and I would scrub the tile of the marble stairs with a toothbrush and people, staff and public would come and go and they would literally step over me like as a small child, like I was a child at the time. And they would literally like their legs would go over me and they ignore you like you don't exist. They don't say hi to you. You're an ethics particle. You're in lower condition. So ethics had nothing to do with morals at the time. Ethics was you're a piece of shit and we're going to shame you and make the whole community know you're in trouble. Like remember that picture I showed you of Brenda after I got out? I knew 100% Brenda was in lower conditions and scrubbing toilets because she was in sweatpants and she looked different than everybody else. They make it obvious that you're in lowers, that you're an ethics particle. So, come up here. Come on. Well, baby, you keep being a little tease. Kid. Hi, kid. Been awfully needy lately. Oh, I love that old Charlie. So I'm going to read up to, I'm on question 18. I think I'm going to go up to 20 because it stops at 20 and it switches to a new subject. This is kind of neat. I haven't even ever read these. The new subject says the Sea Org and deeper involvement. So we're going to stop at 20. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, in my opinion, if you wrote a book right now, it opened to many wounds you haven't had time to deal with. I'm sure it would, Renee B. Guys, at some point, I would love to. I just have to. It's something I have to have. I have to feel strong enough to do that. I have to be able to confront and deal with some stuff that I haven't dealt with. That's all. I'm sure eventually I will. And Shelley Kelly, it's absolutely all about control and shame. No question. Instead of a book, we could do a musical starring Reese. That's a great idea, actually. Like, I'd love to do a remake of We Stand Tall. Please write a book and include the pantless superhero death-defying life-saving. Absolutely. That was a big deal. Actually, if I wrote a book, that would have to be in there. To this day, Reese the musical. To this day, I went out today naked, Kevin Conklin, to tan my tits a little bit. And that's what you do in the country. And to this day, I was coming outside and I heard the little chipmunk. And they were like, there goes my hero. Watch her as she goes. And they were all just clapping and singing. It was so cute. I would love a world where your ex-mother-in-law recognizes she holds the key to her prison and leaves. It's the optimist in me wanting everyone to get out, live life. Totally. It's never going to happen, but I think about that too sometimes, Anne. I'm glad that you do. A resicle. Kim is Blue always comes up with those. Damn it, at the last meetup, we didn't sing We Stand Tall. We need to do that at the next meetup. A musical. That would be great. And we could all star in it. That's the great thing is everybody from the channel could be in it. Okay, so I like this one. What were your dreams and aspirations as a young girl within Scientology? Were they different from those of children outside? What were your dreams and aspirations as a young girl within Scientology? Were they different from those children outside? 100%. Yes, Katie. Someone saved my life tonight. Dee blee, 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 blee. That's not true. The chipmunk always sings that to Moose. He always goes, you nearly had me roped and tied, and he flips him off. It's crazy out there, you guys. The country is no joke. It's a different situation than city life. It's rough. Okay, it's rough. So what were my dreams and aspirations as a young girl within Scientology? My only My only dreams and aspirations, see, this is, thanks, Sophia. This is so real. I was who they said I was. Does that make sense? Like, I am who they told me I was. So my dreams and aspirations were to go clear and then to be an OT8 person. That's what I was told from a very, very young age. We're going to set this planet free. We're going to clear this planet and you're going to go OT8. Like, those were my dreams and aspirations. I didn't have like, I want to do this as a child. I didn't have toys like a lot. I remember having a couple things. I love stuffed animals. So I had Butch, my stuffed dog, but I wasn't like other kids that I know of, like playing with stuff. We didn't celebrate a lot of holidays. It was just rigid, right? It's wild in the country, Katie Fulton. It's no joke. The country, Sophia, is absolutely unhinged. Yeah. Number 19. Can you describe a typical day in your life during your formative years in Scientology? I feel like I already described that, and that was coming home from school and getting with my sister, who is 4 years older, and banging it out. We were doing all kinds of drilling and TRs and courses. So that was a typical day. Now, after my mom left and my sister was gone, a typical day for me was watching George Carlin or The Silence of the Lambs whilst making chicken and stars Campbell's soup on the stovetop and maybe a PB&J. Hey, Caitlin. I am childless by choice too. Got my tubal ligation surgery last Friday. I love that, babe. Again, hey, Pat Jonas, I admire you for that. I think that's a beautiful thing. I hope that you're healing. Last question. What was the role of women within the Scientology structure you grew up in? That's a good question. What was the role of women? I remember answering this question and just saying I didn't feel like there was much of a difference. Some people may disagree with this, but I've heard people say like women are more disrespected in Scientology. Not that I noticed. I didn't notice that. Everybody calls everybody sir, male or female, when you're in the Sea Org. But I did not ever notice, hey, Cliff Ann, I hope you had a good birthday, you and your husband. I never noticed, and people disagree with me on this. I just didn't see a difference in like women being mistreated and men not. Everybody was mistreated. Everybody was abusive. People were smacking each other around and throwing chairs. It didn't really matter about the gender. Yeah, Original Ann makes a good point. It seems like a body would be a body. It is strange that they call women sir. Is there a reason for that, Lori? I think the reason is, good for you, Sophia. I think the reason on that was LRH developed a lot of weird things he adopted from the Navy. So like the Sea Org uniforms, the Sea Org itself, like all those things were I think he stole from the Navy. And I think in the Navy, do they call women sir? If they don't, I don't know where that came from. Hey, Sandra. Yeah, she just said, I think women in the military are called sir. I can be Dan in the musical. Renee B would be perfect to play Dan, the fax man Dan. Who just walked past? That wasn't Moose, it's Kid.
Here.
Kid is really like teasing us, but she also doesn't want to be messed with. It's really typical female behavior right here. Like she's like, touch me, but don't touch me. Kid, let me touch your potatoes. Let me touch them. Let me squeeze the tum. Let me see it. If you're going to tease and dance around, then we have to pick it up and touch it. That's what's fair. And I pay the bills. Ooh, wee girl. Ooh, that's a lot of extra. I like it a lot. Okay, please don't eat my face off in the night. Yeah, Renee B, I think that Reese on Broadway. Yeah, it's a thing. It's wait for the musical. There may not be a book, you guys, but there is going to be a musical. And I think we should all star on it. She is, Armine. I will be, oh my God, that's a great idea. I will be part of the Chipmunk Choir. That is super cute and a great idea. Guys, we should put a musical together. I think it would be hilarious to do something like We Stand Tall. It's a missed opportunity. Why haven't we done that? I think we should replay it, or we could do a musical. We could do the the story of my life. And Renee B could be Dan, Faxman Dan. Hey, Shadows Nana, happy birthday. I had a great birthday today. I'm ending off with my favorite YouTube gal. Happy birthday to you, babe. We had a lot of birthdays today. I hope it was a wonderful day. Today is also Yorkie Mom, Pam's birthday. She went to the fair. Lori Lee says, can I play the fax machine? I can just sing, I'm the fax, I'm the fax, I'm the fax. I think that's a great idea. Puka Vista is going to be the pink chair. I'll be part of the orchestra playing background music. Guys, if we could get together and do this, it could be huge. It could be huge. And I think Lori Lee should be the fax machine and Renee B will throw her onto me. That would be fantastic and hilarious. If you have a queue need of someone who cannot carry a note to save her life, I'm in. We would love to have you. You're hired. Honestly, I would make the music for you if you did it. Do it, gal. I love that, JoJo. Thank you. Hey, Jill Turner. Couldn't be more right. Prude is just about the opposite of how I describe the country. Yeah, it is true. Yeah, Renee B could throw Lori Lee at me and then like pick her up and like beat her to death with me. Can I be the fake turquoise? 100%. Yes, you can. Yeah, we got a little here. Did we wear any more fake turquoise today? These are African beads that I'm sure someone's going to say is fake. So probably. We need 2 people to get in the Jeff costume. We have to have Jeff. The cellist. The cellist. We have to have Jeff in the musical. How could it be without him? It wouldn't be a party without the cellist. I live in Vegas tonight. Wait, live. Why do I say I live in? Live in Vegas tonight, starring Reese and Panky and Gobby. For those that didn't see it, Armine sent these. It's a pancreas and a gallbladder. Original Anne, I don't know if you were here, but this is Panky and this is Gobby, and they may be in the musical as well. They are now part of the show. GeoPlanet Jane can play Fred. Jennifer Grace could be in it. Katie Fulton, why not? Absolutely. As do I, Renee B. The cellist. Kim is Blue. Do you want to get in the Jeff costume? We're going to need a couple people to fill the Jeff costume. Meredith Lynn, do you volunteer? A couple people are going to have to fill the Jeff costume, and they're going to have to wear purple, and they're going to have to be like, we're going to a sex party. And then you're going to have to learn how to really gaslight. Like whoever's going to play Jeff is going to have to be like, your thoughts are not within reality. So yeah, Kim is Blue. Don't ask her to do it. But whoever does it, I need you to get that down. Your thoughts are not within reality. The cellist. And you also have to go ahead and make a drink for the cellist. Table for 2, the cellist. You have to get really good at that. I can do hair and makeup, Marie Marion. Katie Fulton will bring her boobs. That's a great idea. So would I be unsuccessfully bull baited? You could never be bull baited, Sophia. You make everybody's rectum clamp up like a dolphin's butthole, watertight. What I said before, cello isn't that much different from violin. I'll be the one of the people playing Jeff. Oh, good old Jeff. Tap shoes are needed on Reese. Yeah, I want this to be like Annie. Okay. So we also need someone at the end where we can do, like, we're just going to switch to Annie because I love, love, love Annie. I used to watch it all the time. And I want to come dancing out on some stairs with a really hot bald man in a suit that looks like Oliver Warbucks. And I want to come out and I want to go, I'm poor as a mouse. And he's going to go, ha ha, I'm rich as a Midas. And we're just going to tap dance and we're just going to switch over to Annie at the end. But blah, 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 blah. I don't know what he says there. Could ever divide us. Do, 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 dee, dee, lee, blee, 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 blee. I don't need anything but you. And that's how it's going to end. And some just really hot bald dude in a tux. So get him for me is going to come out and he's just going to like throw out $100 bills. I'm rich as a Midas. And we're just going to end it with Reese as a grifter because that's how it all started. And of course, that's how it's going to end. Yeah, absolutely, Mimi. Isn't that nice? I'll be the bald head for you. Okay, Liz Tricks is perfect. She can come out dancing. I love that. Original Ann, don't think you're not going to be a part of this too. Don't think you're going to slip out, girl. Teresa, the woman who goes by the knitting cult lady, Daniela Young, I don't know how to say the middle word, who wrote a book about growing up in Children of God cult, is in the midst of writing a musical right now about her cult time. That's hilarious. We should do that. It would be so much fun. You could throw out to the crowd tiny handfuls of tiny Jesuses at the end. I love this idea. I want to be the waitress who spills the soup on Jeff. You could absolutely do that. Hot bald guy, my boyfriend. I'll see what you have a boyfriend and he's bald. Well, I didn't know this. How come you haven't told anybody? I can be part of the Jeff costume since I have such a short part earlier in the play. That's true. Since you're going to just be thrown at me and beat me to death with your body, Lori Lee, we can then put you toward with the Jeff part. You'll have to fit into the Jeff costume. But I definitely want to switch to the end where all the fireworks are going off at the end of Annie. Okay, so we can't cut that out. That has to happen. That's like my favorite scene in any movie. And when she's like got the cotton candy in her hand, that's what I'm going to do. And I want my tap shoes on and I'm just going to come out and blee, 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 blee. And some rich, hot, bald guy is going to be like, I'm rich as a Midas. And I'm going to be like, give it up. Yeah. That's how it's going to end. It might end. Oh, Baby Steps wants to be Gertie or Bo. You could be either one that you want, Baby Steps, but I also think they should be in it. How cute would Bo be? Yes, Audrey. Backup dancer, Lizzie Meggs. I would love that. Holding a little jester. Oh my God. That is a really cute idea. You guys, we have to, who will be the Poe box? We have to dress up little jesters. You guys, we're going to need a lot of extras. We're going to need a lot of extra people to be little jesters. We're going to get you little jester hats and you're not going to have any words, but you're just going to like dance around in the back all creepy like, and like we'll paint your faces like the Joker. Hey, Sherry Taylor. Oh my God. That is such a creepy ass thought, but it's also like genius. Do you guys agree with this? I love the idea of having this whole musical and people watching and they're like, what are the weird little jester dudes in the background? They're just like the whole time, they're just going to be like this. And sometimes they might be like, ha, 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 and have this like maniacal laughter. Yeah, Lumen roller skates. Totally. I see you doing that. I'll be a faux jester. Yeah. Katie, I don't know though. Your boobs. You might have to be a jester girl. You know what I mean? You might have to be one of those. Lizzie Meggs, you are hired. You are hired. Bobo? Bobo, would you dance in it? Jangies? Is he dead? Are you breathing, Bobo? Jangies. Oh, he's breathing. Okay. Yeah. Mona, Shadows Nana. Mona, this is a great idea, you guys. I'm serious. I see like all these creepy little jesters just doing this the whole time. We're going to have a lot of volunteer jesters because your back's going to hurt from doing this. Going, mirth is king, blee, blee. Mirth is king. And you're just going to be like standing around doing that. It's going to be creepy. And we're going to have our girl. Oh, I call him Jangies. Mr. Bojangles, Bob Dylan. I call him Bojangies. We need Katie Fulton and her fake giant boobs to be a jester girl. Like we're going to need at least a jester girl. And I think I want Katie to have like a super deep, like tits out shirt. And I want her to just walk around like this and be like, blee, 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 blee. And just like totally accentuate and just be like, Mios con leches. If that's what that means. Who plays David Miscavige? I don't know. We'll need a volunteer. Yeah, Katie Fulton, that would be ideal. We need you to be our jester girl. Who wants to play David Miscavige? I couldn't tell you. I don't know what half of you look like, so that makes it hard for me. And you don't have to look like David Miscavige. I mean, it's going to be hard to find somebody 3 feet tall. I want to be Reese. I want to be the chipmunk. Hey, Jane Aldrich. I want to be Moose's chipmunk where Reese saved me. I will roll under the fence for you. And then who wants to play Moose? I'm gonna have to drag you by the neck under the fence. We also are gonna need some volunteers to play just the regular outdoor animals going. There goes my hero. Watch her as she goes. Yeah. Maybe Miss Cabbage could just be a head on a cabbage stick, on a stick of cabbage. That's a good idea, Just Joan. That would be kind of funny. Do you want me to be your father, Dan, or both? Ooh, you would play a good Gene Wally. I may have you do both. That's another thing. Would you guys think it's weird? I thought about going out into the wild again. You know how we used to do streams in the wild? I want to throw money at you right now, but I'm broke. It's the thought that counts, babe. It's the dollar bill thoughts that count. Honestly, I love you, Heather. I want to go out into the wild and speak to people like I used to. How do you guys feel about this before I sign off? I have an idea. Can I be a cow, please? Absolutely. And we're going to need plenty of those, Shelly Kelly. They're a big part of the show. And thank you for volunteering and your money. Thank you for the super chat. Relying on volunteers to produce work about a cult is breaking my mind right now. And they're lining up to do it. Look at how amazing our chat is. Oh my God, Sophia. How do you guys feel? Just Joan, don't make me read it. How do you guys feel about the cat hair on me, about me going out into society? Hey, Time Mark. This is what I'm talking about. I missed one day. I come back and everyone is auditioning to be a jester. What the hell? Verbo Boss, it's true. Time Mark, it's so true. You never know what's going to happen on this channel. What if I go out? Money for sets, props, and costumes. I appreciate that so much, Liz. And we're going to need it. We're going to need you guys to sacrifice. I'm going to need you to start doing those second mortgages. Sell your child, your car, whatever you have to do. It's going to take money. It's going to take work. And please send it to me. Thank you, Liz Tricks. What do you think about me going out into the wild and finding someone that looks like my father and just saying like, Liz Meg's probably. What do you think about me going out and just saying, excuse me, sir, you look like my father. Would you be willing to apologize to me? For my childhood and just all the horrible things you said to me. Yeah, I need you to take out loans if you have to. Oh, Audrey, that's perfect. What do you think of that? I think it could be very healing and therapeutic for me. And what if it catches on? What if other people do it? Go find someone that looks like your traumatic beast growing up and just say, sir, you look a lot like my dad. Would you mind playing him for a minute and just apologizing to me? What do you think? And if he's willing, I would say something like, just say something like, I'm sorry I called you fat. And then the guy would be like, sorry I called you fat. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you so much. Now say something like, I'm sorry I left you home alone for 5 straight years. You can do it. No, this isn't live camera. This is just me and you. Look at me, not them. Just look at me. There's no chat. Don't look at them. Just find an older lesbian because my dad looks like a woman. Is that what you're trying? Sophia, my mom always says that. My mom goes, why does your dad look like your Aunt Reva? It's so weird, but he does. My dad looks like my Aunt Reva. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it's very healing. I think it's very healing. What do you guys think? Will it scare the shit out of somebody? Like, I thought about going out and just being like, would you mind saying, like, I'm sorry that I left you and split up your whole family and remained in Scientology? Say it, please. Say it. I'm picturing a big dance number with Gene and the tiny gestures. What do you think of that? Have I just need to know. I see lights and sirens in your future. Could I get arrested for that? God, I hope not. Jesus, if I can, then I'm definitely leaving America. There's no freedom here. I have a question. Like, has anybody tried this? I'm being serious. Has anyone tried going and finding someone who's like their trauma beast or like an ex-husband or anything? Like, next I'm going to go try to find some very large, burly man that looks like Jeff. Hey, Kat. And just being like, you look like my ex-husband. Would you mind apologizing for the prostitution cult that you were a part of? You are better looking than my dad, D. Would you mind apologizing for being a part of a prostitution cult? You're on. This thing's on. Please apologize. Say it. Like, I don't know. Dude looks peak old lesbian that's done with society. Wow, that is really rough. That sucks. Yeah, but he does. He looks like my Aunt Reva. Most people don't do that. I'm just wondering. Ask your therapist if you don't mind. I would like to know. I think I could be starting a trend. Go out into the world and find people that resemble the evil people in your life and just say, you look like this really evil person that treated me horribly. Would you mind apologizing to me? I would fucking do it. If somebody came up to me and they were like, wow, director, we need more tiny dancing jesters. We'll get people will line up for this. You know who might do it with us? My arch enemy, Gargamel. He might do it. Who knows? Dude might come around. If someone fucking came up to me and said, you look just like my horrible fucking abusive mother, would you mind apologizing to me? I would be like, yes, come here. Lay your head upon thy shoulder. I am so sorry. I would do it. I would totally do it. So why not? I don't know. Can I get arrested for it though? Like, I really would like to go out into the wild and just take my lip stain and pretend it's a mic and just be like, hey, odd request, but simple. And it's not going to take up much of your time unless you want to pay me to do it. That's fine. But you look a lot like my abusive dad who's in a cult that traffics human beings. Would you mind apologizing and just saying, like, I'm sorry that I really hurt you, called you fat, and left you all alone at the age of 7? Just real quick. I know you have places to be. Just real quick, sir. Like, I don't know. I think it's worth a try. What if it works? Oh man, just Joan. Tiny jesters who are chased off stage by tiny dancing Jesuses. Teresa's done. And that's hard to do. It's hard to make Teresa say I'm out, but I just did it for the first time. Jazz hands. We're going to need a lot of jazz hands. Guys, if we could get together, I would seriously do a meetup. I would fly to a city and we could all do this and it would be incredible. It would be incredible. Don't do it. You live in a small town. Not worth it. I don't know about that time arc. That is awfully fearful. I don't feel so fearful. You could find the right person who would be willing to go, well, of course, little lady. Do you know how many people talk to me out in the wild? Like just random ass people at Costco. I wonder if I could get Alan to do it at Costco. He's the greeter at the door. I think Alan is secretly in love with me. Every time I watch him, I get my card out and I'm like, there's like 5 people in front of me. He's like, hello, hello, hello. And then I go up and I go, hey, Alan. And he always puts his hand on me and he goes, I'm so glad you're here. He goes, how are you, girly? And I go, stop. And that's it. I mean, that's the full interaction, but it happens almost every week when I go to Costco. He's always like, hi, welcome in, hello. And then he goes, I'm so glad you're here. And he goes, how are you, girly? And I go, Alan. Me too, Audrey. When you move, make it your goodbye act in the town as you leave. Verba Boss, that's a great idea. Why do you think it's great that he looks like an old lesbian? Old lesbians are down to apologize to women who heal them. I don't think it's great that my father looks like an old lesbian, and I think it's a super insult to lesbians. My God, I love lesbians. Like, I think it sucks. I don't want that to happen. I don't want my dad to look like an old. I mean, I wish he looked more like Gargamel. Like, I wish he was just ugly, but I don't want him to look like an old lesbian. Lesbians are fantastic. Yeah, we'll check Vegas. Hey, Rhonda Frank. Yeah, guys, I think this is a great idea. This is stellar. I think we got a winner here, and I think we also gave any and all haters something to run with, and they haven't had anything for a while, so it's important to engage them as well and get those numbers up. So yeah, love to all the lesbians. My God, let's not, please. No one think otherwise. I love lesbians. JoJo's in here. Dee's in here. Katie did it. Is it Katie did or Katie did it? Katie did it's a lesbian. I love lesbians. There she is. Katie did it. There's JoJo. I love our lesbians. Don't be silly. I feel way safer with lesbians. Trust me. Um, how about a mean old lesbian? I mean, I'm sure there are mean lesbians, but they're rare. They're hard to come by. Hey, Jenny Jin Jin. Ask people at a retirement home too. I need wisdom. Can we have you ask questions? That's a great idea. If I could get permission to do so, yes. Understood, Abigail. I totally understand. I love lesbians. I'm saying it's easier to get lesbians to apologize than old men. Oh my God, that's a fact. Hey, Michael Malloy, that's true. But of course, that's true. Old men can be cranky assholes, especially my father. You know what would be amazing is to just find my dad. You guys, he lives, yeah, Jenny, for sure. My dad lives like 40 minutes from me. Maybe we should just go to his house. Maybe I should just go stand outside. Maybe I should put on like a dark wig so he doesn't know it's me. Of course, I don't know if he would know what I look like anyway, but maybe I should just go outside and be like, Gene, this is Panky and this is Gobby. And I am Natasha. And I was wondering if you could give us a moment of your time and just apologize for being an abusive, worthless asshole. This thing's on, Gene. That's what I would do. That's what I would say. Maybe we should just try it with him. I love lesbians of all kinds as well. Absolutely. Flash mob at Gene's house. Renee B, I have his address. Where's the busiest pool hall? That's a great idea. Yeah. We're going to need a very special person to play Fred. They will have to be okay with being suspending and flying around, keeping his eye on you after his passing. That is a really cute idea to have someone like flying around from the ceiling. I would personally, if anyone can reach out to Anthony Hopkins, I'd still love Anthony Hopkins to play Fred. Here's why. He loves cats. He has a cat. He also plays piano. That's important. And I would love to have Anthony Hopkins play Fred because he's a hell of a piano player, just like Fred. And I would love to see nothing more than Hannibal Lecter flying around suspended from the room. Like that would be a true dream come true for me. Okay. On that note, everybody, I want you to game faces on. Okay. I want you to be thinking about this. Take it seriously because you're all a part of it. Hey, Marissa Martin, everybody's a winner in this and we're all going to be a part of it. We're going to need every one of you to play your role. We can get a role play where Panky apologizes to the other organ as your father. This is true too. Like my gallbladder. Oh my God, when Renee B plays Dan O'Connor, we could have Gobby in and we could have Gobby like taped to me and Renee B could be like punching him. And then seconds later, I'm in the hospital and whoever plays the doctor is like, okay, we had to take this thing out because Faxman Dan just punched it to death and beat it out of you. And then we'll just all sing to Gobby. That is a great idea. Then later in the play, when I'm dying again, Panky will come through and Joanne Hawley will be there and everybody will be there and they'll go, I'm Angry Panky. And then he'll be like, I'm Gobby. I'm a ghost because I no longer exist there. I know I'm starting to scare people and I'm scaring myself, quite honestly. And that's rare for me. Abigail says, closing, you are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. Let your good deeds shine out for all to see so that everyone will praise your heavenly Father. That is beautiful. Marissa Martin, this is Panky and this is Gobby. My pancreas and my gallbladder. Armine sent these and they're a new part of the channel. They're going to have their own channel. Panky and Gobby. It's a thing. Abigail, I'm going to read that again. You're the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. I love that. Let your good deeds shine out for all to see so that everyone will praise your heavenly Father. That's beautiful. And I love it so much. That's one of my favorite ones, Abigail. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat. That was amazing. Thank you, Sophia. And I love you. I got pulled away and I came back to dancing Billikens. Well, you're going to be one of them. So I hope you don't mind. We're going to need a lot of people for this to pull this off, guys. Going to need a lot of dancing gestures. And we're going to need a lot of, if anybody that has giant tits like Katie Fulton, we're going to need a lot of girls walking around being gesture girls doing this. Not to be confused with gestures doing this. And sometimes they'll have a maniacal laugh and they're going to go, ha, ha, ha. Hey, Nicola. So dancing gestures doing this, but gesture girls such as Katie Fulton, they're going to walk around doing this. And they're going to have bitch ass faces like that. No smiling. That's what they have to do. So I hope you're up for the task. Oh, Lizzie Meggs, I'm so glad that you came out of lurker mode. You have no idea. Your tits are not too big, Audrey. You're going to be a jester girl, okay? You're a jester girl, and you're a jester girl. Reese, the choreographer, I will be choreographing the entire thing. I don't want to hear otherwise, so mote it be, okay? It's going to be me, Gobby, and Panky, okay? Sophia, I love you guys so much. You have no idea. This is so much fun. This is why we have this channel. It goes out. Don't say other words. Somebody's going to have to play a tiny Huxley. Don't say other words. Huxley could play himself, I guess. He also could be a good little jester, little goblin. Wendy, much love to all of you. Peaceful night. Lots of love. I love you, Wendy. Hit subscribe before you guys go. Despite what we've been talking about the last 30 minutes, I still believe that verse for you, Reese. I love you, Abigail, and I do too. And it means everything to me that you said that. Thank you. I've seen it. I have some of their underwear, GeoPlanet Jane. I vote for Abigail to play Fred. That is adorable, Mimi. That is so sweet. Sometimes we have to get tacky. Huxley on skates. That's a great idea. Do we have a budget for this, Jenny? People are just going to pay me and I will distribute it as needed. Old Charlie. It's so cute, Lizzie Meggs. The Resicle is going to be amazing. The Resicle. Yeah, it's going to be big, you guys. We have a limitless budget. That's true. It's like the heavens. We're not on a budget. It is limitless. So yes, absolutely. Let it rain down upon us. Okay. Make sure the haters know that you're being paid for this. Venmo. Yeah, 100% Venmo. Yeah, you're right, Stacy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure they know. And we just gave them some good content. That's amazing, GeoPlanet Jane. It could happen, Shelly. On that note, hit subscribe. I should be back tomorrow. If I'm not, don't freak out, but I should be. I just don't want to commit because if I'm not, don't panic. I'm going to try not taking a pain pill tonight. As a matter of fact, it's not true. I can already feel it kind of kicking in, the pain. So I'm going to do like you said, Renee B. I'm going to take a quarter of it. Love you, Mona. We have to pay to be in the production. Hail to the digital panhandler. Yeah. Yeah. And this is a cult and you're under my spell as an OT8. So yes, you have no problem paying. So mote it be. Thank you, Renee B. Love you guys. Hit subscribe. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of today. This was fantastic. It went all over the place. Those are my favorite streams. Love you, Jojo and Lizzie. I'm glad you came out of lurker mode. Happy birthday again to everybody. And I should be back tomorrow. Thank you for the super chats tonight. Thank you for the gifted memberships, Pam, on your birthday. Thank you. I mean it. Thank you for your time. Love you, Don Pariso. I really love you guys. Love you, Katie Fulton. I love you, Stacy. And I will see you most likely tomorrow. Love you, Peggy Collins. Here comes Fred, everybody.